I would never give up my microphone. I thought that was disgusting. That showed such weakness. The way he was taken away by two young women. The microphone, they just took the whole place over. And the audience, which liked him, I mean, they were him. They're saying, what's going on? How can this happen? That will never happen with me. I don't know if I'll do the fighting myself or if other people will. But that was a disgrace. The way I felt badly for him. But it showed that he's weak. You know what? He's getting the biggest crowds, and I'm getting the biggest crowds. We're the two getting the crowds. But believe me, that's not going to happen to Trump.
And welcome to Gimme 5, folks. I'm sure it will not happen to Donald Trump. He's referring to what happened in Seattle. We showed you that during the course of this week already. The two women from Black Lives Matter rushing the podium and threatening to stop the proceedings. It was a rally for Bernie Sanders. Sanders was on the stage at the time. Outdoor event, small podium. They went up there on either side of the podium and they harassed the man who was running the event because Bernie Sanders backed off the microphone. And they were screaming, you know, like lunatics and threatening and actually physically touching and going over the man, try to grab the microphone. Then another black man from, I don't know if he's from the organization or not, runs up on stage, says, let them speak. No cops come. Nobody comes. They get away with it, and they eventually gave them the microphone to speak. Now, I'm sure that would never happen at a Donald Trump event. It didn't happen at Hillary Clinton's event yesterday because she reportedly locked them out. Now, she met with them afterwards, but she wouldn't let them at the event. Could you imagine if Donald Trump locked out Black Lives Matter? Can you imagine? Hillary did it. I haven't seen it discussed anywhere in the left-wing media today. Because Hillary, notwithstanding the server and the emails and the top secret and the classified and everything else, the investigation, she's la-di-da to the media, la-di-da. Okay, there's more from Donald Trump. Yesterday, he held a big press conference last night. Here's more.
I think you're going to see lots of plans, and you're going to see also, and you have to understand, when you're coming up with a plan in business, you have to be flexible. There's got to be flexibility. And I recently bought something, not so recently, but Doral in Miami. Everybody wanted it. If I would have sat down and said, here's a 12-point plan in order to get Doral, I didn't do that. I went in and punched and beat the hell out of people, and I ended up getting it. Everybody wanted it. All of the smart money wanted it. The OPO, the old post office on Pennsylvania Avenue, everybody wanted it. I got it.
I love the way he says, I bought something. Doral. It's like, I bought something. An island. Anyway, he was responding to, where are the specifics? Where are your plans? Where are the policies? And again, I ask you, aside from college, making college free for everybody, has Hillary explained exactly how we're going to pay for this? Has any candidate on any side presented detailed plans of policies at this point? No, not for the most part at all. And Cuomo yesterday, as I mentioned yesterday, on CNN in the morning, on Tuesday morning, badgered Donald Trump for a half an hour. When Trump did get specific, it wasn't good enough for Cuomo. What do you mean you're going to do this? How are you going to do this? And how's that going to happen? I mean, crazy stuff. Like obsessed that Donald Trump, oh, you're running for president, you must answer these questions. Well, then ask them of somebody else. They're not asking them of anybody else. And here's one more on Trump. Trump says he needs this flexibility that he's talking about here when it comes to policy.
You can't sit down and say, well, I'm going to come up with a 19-point plan to get the old post office and create it into a great hotel on Pennsylvania Avenue. The most sought-after property, I think, in the history of the General Services Administration. Trump got it. I'm not an Obama person. You probably heard that. You have to be able to have flexibility. You have to be able to do certain things.
Yeah, all right. I mean, I'll buy that to an extent, certainly. Certainly, but there will come a time for policy papers and come a time for specifics on policy. And he has given, to an extent, what he would like to do. Has he spelled it out in black and white in minute detail? No, nobody has. But that's the get Trump mentality of the media. All right, folks, I thank you for watching The Steve Malzberg Show.